What is up, guys? Welcome back to S3M2 Football and welcome to today's football preview video. For this one, our action takes us back to England for a showdown taking place on the Sunday, the 8th of December at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. For today's video, we will be focusing a little bit on Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. We start off our team analysis here with the home side being Tottenham Hotspur. Now, the last five fixtures for the Lily Whites have ended in one win, two draws, and two losses, with their last match being a 1-0 loss in the Premier League away at Bournemouth last weekend. En route, Spurs have scored 8 goals and conceded 6, so they're starting to look a little underwhelming at the back and up front too. The first player I'd like to talk about for Tottenham Hotspur has got to be English goalkeeper Fraser Forster. In 6 appearances, Fraser Forster has conceded 8 goals and kept just 1 clean sheet. He's been thrust into the limelight and I think he's under a lot of pressure right now. Vicario is out with a long-term injury and Fraser Forster is going to have to cover for him. But right now it looks like he's crumbling under the pressure and he really needs to work on his confidence as soon as possible if Tottenham are going to get any progress done whatsoever. Next up, I want to talk about English attacking midfielder James Maddison. In 19 appearances, James Maddison has scored 9 goals and provided 4 assists. And right now, I think he's flourishing as the creative playmaker in the centre for Tottenham Hotspur this season. He can pass, he can dribble, he can score. But for me, I think James Maddison just needs to work on his consistency. He's great in one game and then he's below average in the next. And finally, I want to talk about English right winger Brennan Johnson. In 21 appearances and with 10 goals and 1 assist, Brennan Johnson has tons of creativity out wide, and for me, he's the overachiever in the Tottenham side this season. Brennan Johnson has proven to be very, very talented, but it seems like right now all of the pressure is on him to get the end product up front. In terms of injuries, Spurs are going to be missing the services of goalkeeper Vicario, defensive midfielder Bentancur, and then centre-back duo Christian Romero and Van der Ven. So I think defensively, especially in the centre, they are looking a little fragile. Nevertheless, coach Ange Postecoglou is still going to line his team up in their 4-3-3 formation, looking to counter and use their pace out wide to just stretch the opposition along the wings and then cut in when they least expect it. Spurs have tons of creativity on the wings and centrally, but they also have attacking fullbacks. These players provide them with an additional attacking option from the wingback positions, and then you'll just see them in the face of the opposition side defenders, just trying to overwhelm them and just congest the space as best as they can. Okay, on to the away team. Now for Chelsea, the last 5 fixtures for the Blues have ended in 4 wins and 1 draw, with Chelsea's last match being a 5-1 demolition away from home against Southampton. En route, the Blues have scored 13 goals and conceded just 3. So somehow this team is now getting goals, but also keeping clean sheets as well. The first player that I got to talk about for Chelsea has got to be English attacking midfielder Cole Palmer. In 16 appearances, Palmer has scored 9 goals and provided 6 assists, and for me, he's the overachiever in this Chelsea team. Cole Palmer has proven to be creative and proven to be a major threat both out wide and centrally. He's a player who can dribble, he can score, he can pass. But for me, Cole Palmer is also very intelligent. It's shown in how he can quickly adapt to playing in different positions and operating in different roles all over in that attacking third. Next up, I want to talk about Argentine central midfielder Enzo Fernandez. In 18 appearances, Enzo Fernandez has scored 2 goals and provided 7 assists. And for me, in the last few weeks, I've looked at Enzo Fernandez and I see him evolving. He's now a calm, composed midfielder. He can play as a deep line playmaker. And I think Enzo Fernandez is really fitting well into that role of orchestrator in this Chelsea team. And finally, I want to talk about Spanish left-back Marc Cucurella. In 15 appearances, Cucurella has not scored or assisted as yet, but I think Cucurella is very good at reading the game. He's very intelligent, he's very fast. In Cucurella, I think Chelsea have a very clever wing-back. He's very quick as well. He's good at man-marking and reading the game. But I think Cucurella is also very balanced. He gives you options going forward, but he's also a very solid defender as well. In terms of absentees, Chelsea are definitely going to be missing Wesley Fofana at centre back and then Reece James at right back, both of whom are out until January. But I think Enzo Maresca has found exactly how he needs to cope without these players, lining this team up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, looking to counter attack centrally, with Cole Palmer looking to dribble and create opportunities on his own, or just laying the ball off to Enzo Fernandez, who then has the time and the space to pick out one of the wingers or the center forward, or to just sort of build up some more play with Cole Palmer and then just slice the opposition to ribbons through the heart of their defense. Okay, on to the S3M2 verdict and the head-to-head. The last five fixtures between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea have ended in one win for Spurs, three wins for the Blues, and then one draw separating the two teams. So this London derby already looks like it's favouring one team very, very heavily. In terms of goal output in these last five fixtures, Spurs have scored 5 goals and Chelsea have scored double that with 10 goals. So that's another statistic that favours the Blues very, very heavily. When we look at the Premier League table right now, Spurs are 10th with 20 points, while Chelsea are ahead of them in second spot with 28 points. For me this season, Spurs have been majorly inconsistent. They go from beating Manchester City to then losing to Bournemouth. Vicario's absence has definitely had an impact on this team, but overall I think everybody's been very underwhelming. This team has definitely been missing the services of Van der Ven, who's been on and off this season, and you can see that in the heart of their defense, Spurs are looking a little tired. Up front, players like Son Heung-min, James Maddison, and Brendan Johnson should be looking to take the game by the scruff of the neck and then just win it individually if things are not working collectively. But it seems like right now everybody just looks very, very burnt out. If we look at Chelsea, they're the direct opposite. Chelsea are a team that's overachieving right now. Both centre forwards in Christopher Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson are getting goals, so Enzo Maresca has a bit of an issue over who to pick every week. Cole Palmer is taking advantage week in and week out of the space that he gets now that the centre forwards are firing on top form. Defences are giving the centre forwards more attention and the wingers as well, and that's giving Cole Palmer a bit of space in that number 10 role. If he's playing out wide, then it isolates the wing back and then just leaves them at 6s and 7s, knowing that they have a very difficult player like Cole Palmer to deal with. Chelsea right now are getting wins everywhere they're going. 3 out of their 4 losses, however, have been away. So knowing that this one is being played at Spurs' home ground does seem to favour the Lily Whites ever so slightly. But Spurs actually have a very bad track record against Chelsea. Individually, these teams might be looking very, very evenly matched, but collectively right now, Chelsea have found another gear and Spurs seem to be stuck in neutral. I think it will be a very quick end-to-end game. Spurs obviously looking to counter-attack out wide, with Chelsea looking to counter centrally. But I think if we look at it in terms of 1v1s, I think knowing that Spurs in the heart of their defense are missing so many important players, the goalkeeper Vicario, both centre-backs in Romero and Van der Ven, and then Bentancur as well, would have been the defensive midfielder looking after the defenders. All of these players are out, and right now Chelsea look like a very free scoring team, a team that's enjoying themselves going forward, and Spurs look like the team that's just at 6s and 7s every single time they have to defend from any kind of position. I have to favour Chelsea here very, very heavily. I don't see Spurs putting a dent in whatever it is that Chelsea are doing. Chelsea somehow have managed to put themselves in the title race discussion, and I think it's something that surprised everybody, even the most staunch Chelsea fans. My score prediction for this one is going to be Tottenham Hotspur 0, Chelsea 2. I think Spurs have the potential to be very, very good on their day, but missing all of these important players at the back is definitely going to hurt them. And while I think that Spurs might get a goal, I don't think it's enough. I think their fragility will be exposed time and time again, and Chelsea are probably going to enjoy this fixture far more than Spurs.
Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Um, thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.